If you don't have a plan on how to guide your customer and help them achieve the results they want for the first 90 days of using your product from zero to hero, you're losing so many people through the holes in your onboarding process, and you're leaving a ton of money on the table.
If a customer doesn't know how to set up your theme or plugin, they'll quickly give up and ask for a refund. Don't expect that they're already an experienced WordPress user. You need to bring the information to them.
When you sell a product, you're actually selling the solution to a problem that your customer have. So if they purchase your product and they are not able to get to the end goal of having their problems solved, the product isn't worth the money that they paid for it. So they're going to ask for a refund.
There's definitely a crowded marketplace in the WordPress plugins world at the moment, with lots of plugins doing the same thing and having very similar feature sets. The only thing now, I think, in terms of differentiating yourself is down to user experience and having a good user experience. And the onboarding experience actually can be part of that.
After selling your product for some time, you start to see a refund requests saying that the product doesn't do the thing that I want it to do. And then you think to yourself, but that's exactly what the product does. So what that tells you is that there is something missing.
While designing the user experience, you need to switch off the developer part of your brain and think as a normal layman user in order to build better user experience. If you work with your developer point of view, then you simply end up making product for developers just like you, and it can be a failure if your product is targeted towards normal users.
Try to put your beginner's mind glasses on, where you're not an expert at the product, you don't know where everything is, and create some kind of setup wizard. We actually have a free course that walks people through the 5% of the tool that gets them to 80% of the value in under 20 minutes. And also we have live group virtual Zoom calls. We call them liftoff sessions that every customer gets access to for the first month. It's just one call on the calendar per week that a Lifter LMS team member runs to help remove friction in the onboarding process.
We give customers the information they need by sending a sequence of post-purchase emails with instructions and links to knowledge base articles and videos so that they have everything they need to get set up. And we also add useful notes within the plugin itself on the plugin settings pages so that as they're setting up the plugin, they can see what to do.
Try to minimize the number of steps required to set up your product. If your product is vast enough and needs a lot of settings to be configured before starting to use it, then a setup wizard is a must.
And I think a lot of plugins make too much noise when they don't need to customers, to users, and to send them to update screens or have notices and have stuff that they just don't need to know about. Whereas there are plugins that need setup. They need the customer and the user to make decisions and set things and configure things. And that's where the wizard, I think, or that wizard approach to the onboarding is needed. Definitely don't hijack the plugin updated process. If a user is updating multiple plugins on their site and your plugin kind of gets in the way during that update process and says, oh, I've had an update, go and show the user my lovely designed admin splash page, that just throws the user off. You need to, I think, remember that we need to be good WordPress plugin citizens